What's up, Polytopians? It's the Big BURR, and welcome back to another Polytopia Replay breakdown. In this one, we have a really fun one for you. Have you ever felt the heat from a dragon? So let's hop right into the game. Spawning on the east side of the map, we have It's Da Boy playing as the BURR player. And on the other side of the map, we have Boyo, which is a channel member to my Discord server. He is a junior competitive player on the Wildfire teams. In other words, that means he's really good, playing as ycz. And ycz is one of the special tribes in the game. As you can see, they have a couple of cool features, including these polytars or unicorn looking things, and then they also can see ruins through the fog. He hops on that ruin, the BURR player finds 2 villages. Boyo is gonna go ahead and take that explorer, and that is clutch on this tiny map. It pretty much gives him a full scout. He knows where his entire army is and his villages. And if you watched my last video, you know the importance of scouting. BURR captures both of these villages. Meanwhile, Boyo just took his second and is expanding to his third. He hops on this ruin down here, upgrades that village, gets an explorer, sees him on the ruin, gets a scout of one of his villages, sees the borders of his capital and this village up here in the corner, and actually sees it before Boyo. Then he's gonna upgrade his second village, and let's see, he's gonna take a workshop there. Now we're gonna see Boyo capture the village in the center of the map and take a workshop, and he's gonna build a sanctuary in that mountain. Our BURR player goes for mathematics. He has his first catapult on the map, and he's gonna use that to try to keep these polytars away from his capital. He's gonna go ahead and take border growth at his capital, and on the other side of the map, he's gonna one-shot that catapult. Uses 3 warriors to take out that polytar. He's gonna go for the upgrade using forestry and get his first super unit out. Boyo's gonna capture that north village. He's not gonna be able to break that actually. With 4 HP, the polytar is able to hold on. Right now, Boyo is rolling. He's right outside of his capital. He's gonna go ahead, eliminate that unit, strike with the catapult, get rid of the other warrior, move forward. He's gonna recapture that village he just lost, and he's moving using that giant super unit catapult combination to push Boyo back. But Boyo is able to reclaim that village using the polytar and the warrior. Now on this tiny map, they're getting right to the action. The BURR player moves in on his base to the south and then captures the base he lost earlier to the north. Then he's also moving the giant to the center village. Boyo goes ahead and moves this polytar into the capital. They're boxing, ladies and gentlemen. Recaptures the village to the south, captures the village in the middle, and gets enough for the push out, making another giant. Thank God for all of those forests around his capital that really saved him there, and he's able to recapture the village he lost earlier to the north. Boxing with the polytars, uses his gate of power to get population. Now Boyo, how is he gonna respond? He just lost a village last turn and he has 2 on fire right now. How is he gonna get out of this? Makes another polytar at this village, strikes with that one, strikes the giant with the polytar, makes some more, goes ahead and upgrades this base, taking resources, and he's gonna just throw units at that giant in the middle of the map. Now it's the boy, he's looking pretty strong. He has 2 giants, 2 catapults, and he has 2 bases under siege, which I think he's gonna capture this turn. And he goes ahead, captures the south and the center villages, goes ahead and upgrades, gets another super unit on the map, and Boyo is gonna attack. And that was the second catapult. He gets sniped here, just building it too close to the enemy lines. Could have made a different choice and kept his capital from being under siege. And that's also gonna delay the super unit, because now the super unit has to go here when it could have been put in pressure to recapture this base or continue to push to the center of the map. So bad decision getting that catapult in the capital, and that's giving Boyo a chance to keep fighting here. He's gonna also capture the village to the north, go ahead and get the upgrade, taking resources. He's putting in some more damage on that giant in the center. He sieges this village with the polytar, and he's going to upgrade, taking border growth. It's the boy has to use that giant to retake his capital. Make sure you can't lose that or he loses the game. Next, he's going to upgrade that center village, taking resources. His sanctuaries are giving him a big boost to his economy. As you can see, he's bringing in 21 stars per turn compared to our BURR player of 18. Those sanctuaries put in big work for him. Let's see how he responds here. He's going to attack, recapture the center village. And again, this is so smart because it's going to prevent this giant from being able to move any further and get closer and closer to his capital. Next, he's going to capture that village down to the south. He's going to go ahead and upgrade, and he gets his first super unit. The mythical dragon egg is on the map. Let's see what happens once it hatches. So it's Da Boy is moving back out. Next we have Boyo. He's again throwing those polytars at this giant, and he is finally gonna be able to take it out, resieging that center village, going ahead, upgrading, and he is going to get a second super unit here in his capital. He is going to move forward those catapults, moving forward with the giants, captures the village down to the south, and that looks like a secure position right now. Moving out those dragon eggs, waiting till they hatch. He's attacking this giant, just throwing units at it, trying to weaken it as much as possible, and he gets swordsman, which is gonna really help him out here to deal with those giants. And now moving his catapult, spreading them out, gets 2 defenders in the center here. Interesting decisions by It's the Boy. And we have Boyo attacking with that swordsman, attacking with that polytar, and swordsman and polytars makes a really strong offensive front. And we have the first dragon sprouting at the end of that turn, striking with that catapult, moving ahead. And it looks like his strategy is to put in work with these catapults and giants and try to reclaim the map, slowly walking Boyo back. But time is on Boyo's side because the longer it's Da Boy waits, Boyo has more time to build up his super units, which are the dragons in the back of the map. Throwing units at that giant, won't be able to break that siege just yet, making more swordsmen, just going crazy and putting in some work with that baby dragon, sliding it back, killing it with the warrior, and gets another baby dragon at the end of next turn. But look how close It's Da Boy is to Boyo's capital, moving ahead with those giants, putting in work with those catapults, slowly marching them forward. Another interesting choice by It's the Boy. Instead of capturing that village, he decides to heal. I think he just forgot to capture that village to the north, so bit of a blunder there, and I think we've all done that before. He's able to get it unsieged with the polytar, attacking, doing so much damage to that super unit, attacking with the baby dragon. Moving ahead on turn 21, the range on the catapults is crazy, and now he has a giant right outside of his capital. The catapults are putting in so much work, pushing these units back. He's able to siege this village to the north again. Oh my goodness. Boyo attacking, taking that village back. This one's been under contention for the whole game. Moving in with those baby dragons, putting in damage, sniping a unit, attacking with the polytar, attacking with the swordsman. He has so many high damage units on the field right now. He is just knocking these giants out, but he still has a lot to deal with this line of catapults slowly marching forward. And he's going to go ahead and upgrade, take population there, and get a third dragon egg. And look at that, he has the first big boy dragon. These are some of the most powerful units in the game if microed correctly. Just marching forward with those catapults, just playing catapults. Finally gets swordsman out on the map as well, gets another super unit in the center, and he's looking pretty strong. He has a strong line of defenders, swordsmen, and super units, plus the catapults behind it. But my man Boyo has dragons, and It's the Boy is marching, throwing shots with the catapults, moving his catapults forward, building more swordsmen, upgrading that village to the south. And for some reason, again, he does not capture the village. Or maybe is this a strat? Let me know in the comments. Is not capturing the village, is he doing some type of psychological warfare? Is there some advantage to that? Because this is the second time he's done it, attacking with those swordsmen, attacking with those polytars. And look at that dragon. Oh my god, it does so much damage. Not only does it do big damage to the giant, but then that area of effect attacks everything in a 1 square radius around it. And that's what makes it such a powerful unit, especially with the range it has. Moving in, and look, that giant is able to kill that catapult and weaken both of those swordsmen enough for his other swordsman to come through. Now he is going to finally capture that village to the north, and Boyo does have the dragons, but he is only on 2 cities right now. Meanwhile, our BURR player has 5, but he does not have roads yet. So is it's gonna take a while for him to move these army units from the back to the front and get them into the battle. Those catapults can strike from all the way back there, moving in with the swordsman, moving up. Look at that damage on the dragon. Does 10 damage to the giant and 5 and 6 damage to the defender and the swordsman around it. Attacking with the swordsman, attacking with the dragon to the south, moving in with those polytars, attacking, and finishing them off with the rider as he spawns another baby dragon in the back of the map. And I know XxBoy is ahead right now. If we look at the score, he's up by about 6,000 points, but he has to be sweating. Dragons are such a powerful unit, and the area of effect damage is severely weakening his defense. As you can see, he has no more giants on the map. He has this line of defender and swordsman, but Boyo can compete with that with his swordsman and polytars with those high damage units, and then the dragons behind it doing that area of effect damage. So drop in the comments, what would you do from this position on turn 25 to win the game for both players? I think XxBoy, the BURR player, if he gets roads and knights, he can basically attack all the way to his capital from his capital and start to get those units to the battlefield, because building these swordsmen back here, it's going to take them 5 or 6 turns just to get into the fight without any roads. So it's really not helping him out too much building these swordsmen all the way back here. Use the catapults to weaken, and then use the knights to clean up some of this army, and also use those knights to snipe the dragons. On Boyo's side of things, use the dragons to weaken, push back this front line, take out some of the catapults, and then keep pushing them back with those swordsmen and polytars, and start to capture some of these villages as he marches towards his opponent's capital. Let's see how the rest of this game plays out. And here comes the knights. That's what he was saving up for, and that's going to be a big problem with those dragons being able to do area of effect damage, weaken these units, and then have the knight come in behind it. This is looking scary, and that giant attacks, eliminates both of those units, and oh, 1 HP left on that dragon. Moving ahead with these swordsmen, just spamming swordsmen and building more catapults in the back. But here comes the knights, weakening with the polytar, attacking with the knight, moving in with the dragon. Oh, the knight is able to capture that center village and get the upgrade for having 3 kills. XxBoy is able to take that back using a swordsman and a catapult. XxBoy is up 5 cities to 2. It doesn't feel like that for Boyo because he doesn't have roads. It's taking so long for him to walk these units into the battlefield. It's really like he's fighting a 2-on-3 because these other 2 cities aren't really doing too much because it's taking so many turns for him to get his units to the front lines. And here comes Boyo. Boom, splash damage from the dragon, and mink. Look at the knight chain. Big play by Boyo, clearing out that entire center of the map. Next thing you know, he's attacking with those catapults, moving back with the swordsman, and he is scrambling to figure out how to do something about these dragons and knights coming from Boyo. Finally getting roads here, and let's see if he can turn the tide. Oh my, these knight chains are crazy. Doing more splash damage, and he's able to chain all the way, capture both cities down to the south. That's how quick a knight can change the game for you. The dragons and knights are a scary combo. He's able to clear out both of those villages, but he is putting the pressure on them. Upgrading the village to the north, finally getting a super unit there, attacking, moving back in with the knight. This has to be frustrating for XxBoy right now. These knights are just taking out multiple units that took him turns and turns to build, and then turns to walk to the front of the map, and the knight and dragon is just eliminating all that work in one turn. Dealing with those knights, even though he's clearing them out, he's still wasting attacks from his catapults and from his swordsmen to defend rather than being aggressive and attacking, and that's what's getting him pushed back now. Attacking with the polytar, attacking with the rider, going back in with the knight, sniping that catapult and swordsman with the knight dragon combo, sieging the base with the low HP rider. Beautiful plays here. Moving ahead with the giant, attacking with the catapults. Trying to 1v1 that dragon, that did not go well for him. He's weakened, but he's not out of it if he can find a way to turn this around. But these dragons might be a little too much for him. And he's fighting back with those swordsmen and catapults, able to clear out that center village, build another swordsman, and Boyo's just putting in work all over the map right now, just clearing out the BURR player. But if we look at the score, Boyo is now ahead by 300 points. But it feels a little worse than that. Brings out another knight, attacks and captures that village, building more knights, attacking, and just doing big boy damage all over the map. It's the boy GG's. Excellent strategy, even being down to 2 cities, not giving up, not resigning too early. Shout out Boyo for being the first to submit a replay, and it's a fire one. And joining the server if you want your games replayed just like this. Shout out to everybody on the PolyChampion server that has been showing love and helping the channel grow, and also giving me feedback on my game. I've been getting my butt handed to me by these professional players, but I'm learning the game even more. When we talk about 3D chess, it is some true grandmasters out there really playing this game at a high level. So I hope to bring you more competitive replays. Thanks, and see you in the next video.